Alright, welcome to. I did not say that right. We'll start that again. Welcome to tonight's race. We're here at Bristol in the Outcast Racing League. We're currently in qualifying, and this is race number 4 for you guys keeping track. Right now we're taking a look at Carpenter. Got second. First we have Mitchell Calvin on 78. Of course, just left. As I see Reno's on track. Reno, best he's gonna get is Jason Lance, another guy that is doing great in practice. Oh gosh, he just left as soon as I clicked on him. Clayton's on track. There we go. In practice, first and second for a while was Calvin and Lance. Right now they're 1 and 3 with Carpenter split in the middle. I am just looking for. Anybody's on track. We have a minute left. No one's on track. We'll have to wait until that's done, then we'll start gridding. First will be Calvin, followed by Carpenter, and then Lance. When they grid, I'll go through grid walkthrough as far as I can go. When that 78 machine is down there, we'll get going. Bristol is a fun track. It's high bank turns, very fast paced, but it takes a lot of skill to go around this track. Also, a lot of bumping. It's gonna be way more cautious than there was last week. Last week we only had one. This week is gonna be a lot more than one. Don't know per se. Gonna need some patience, extra patience and aggression, but at the end of the race, that patience is gonna go out the window, and at this track, whatever goes up must come down due to the steep banking. So there's a good tendency that a lot of people will be collected in these incidents. They should be gridding right now. I like when people grid as soon as possible, therefore I can get it done. There we go. Alright, starting first is the number 78 of Mitchell Kelvin. In second to his outside, the 77 of Kyle Carpenter. Behind him, we have the 86 of Jason Lance. And his outside, the number 3 machine, that Dylan Hart sound truck of Nick Good. Behind 36 of our league owner, Gage Bookman. And this is 5th place. In 6th, we have the number 33 of Andrew Davis. 7th is the number 70, that Maxwell House, the coffee machine, Rick Evans. And 8th, the 89 of James Hilton. Seen James before in Outcast. Thankfully, he's here tonight. In 9th, Sugar. 9th, 84. Okay. Of Michael Bosworth. And 10th, I have no idea, he's not here. And 11th, the number 71, Kevin Rice. And in 12th, the 11 of Joshua Harless. And 12th, is the number 4. 13th is number 7. And then I can't see what's going on from there. We have 20 cars here. Tyler Winslow is not on track, so probably 19 guys starting. That's, fantastic for a night like tonight. Still keeping the average car count with around 20. Great to see. 2 pit roads here. I don't know what Gage picked for the settings. If you have to go through both, most leagues do not. But it's a challenge for the drivers. Gotta make sure you're going through the right pit road. I think 20 fit on each, so we're good here. No one needs to go over to the second one. Big truck going down the safety pit road, and these trucks will get going green very shortly. Mitchell Calvin on the throttle, times it really well. The 86 is going to follow through. And Carpenter right now back there battling with 4th on the top side. It does take a little bit for that top side to get working, colder tires, but top side is a great lane to be in once you get warmed up. Right now, we have a battle for the lead right away. Jason Lance to the inside of Calvin. Lance, fantastic here in practice. Same with Calvin. Doesn't shock me that these guys are 1 and 2 already. Lance with so close last week. He wants to try and get the job done tonight. Guarantee that. And you can see a lot of action going on here. Reno. Great run from him. Already battling for 2nd. Usually Reno is not typically a front runner, so it's great to have a mix-up. A lot of short track guys. And I knew I was going to say we're good going green, but I purposely wouldn't say that because I didn't want to do that. I want to do that. Alright, who caused the caution? I guarantee it's just someone spinning on cold tires. And it was... Oh, the 84. He's sideways. Take a look at Boisbert. Oh. Back. Okay. And something's going on in front. I want to a wider camera for this. So 84, that chrome truck there, just tagged in the back by the 11, sends him around and up in front of traffic. Oh, 71 got a big chunk of that. I think 71 got it very bad, but with short tracks, you're not going as fast. The chances of getting severe damage is not likely. I don't think anyone's going to be pitting. I don't think anyone did, because we have no lights on the pace truck already. Oh, we do have lights on the pace truck. I just couldn't see from that angle. Lance is going to be in third, just like he was on the start. And we'll see if he can take advantage of being that Reno. It's going to be the one on the outside. Probably going to be very difficult for Reno if I were to guess. Actually, Calvin chose the outside. So all Reno has to do is just time it. Probably because tires are worn in. The top side is going to be probably good at this point. 125 laps here, but we're already in lap 8. Just shows to go how quick we are going to get this thing wrapped up. Cautions will slow it down, but very fast pace here.
Green flag, green flag.
And away the 78 goes. Reno unfortunately doesn't judge it too well. And Brett McCoy, who was able to start behind the lead, takes very much so advantage of that. And we're wrecking again. Seven trucks around. And contact once again. This time with the 24. Oh, actually 7 wasn't clear and he came up. So, we'll try it again. Well, it's racing, unfortunately, this is what you get. But, you know, some of the stuff is avoidable. Just gotta be patient. It's still really early on. And Lance, I think, fell back one spot. Because the leader chose the top side, he did not get the benefit, or the beneficiary lane there. So he fell back, probably wanted to start. Kyle Carpenter still 4th, or might have gained one. Also see Gage Bookman there in 6th. If he can, you know, finish this race with a top 5, fantastic run for him. Rick Evans had a great start last week, but kind of fell off. It was a full throttle track, so you knew the people up front weren't going to stay up front. And then Nick Good, top 10, fantastic. We got the 33 up here as well. Andrew Davis and Joshua Harless rounding out the top 10. And we're only on lap number 13 here. We're going to rack them, stack them again. Next time the pace truck goes, and actually they do have single lane because he would have been going down the back stretch if it was a dual lane pit road. Calvin wants that top side. That's where he's going to be, and the benefit guyless is going to be Kyle Carpenter.
Green, green, green.
Lance, unfortunately, still stuck on the bottom. Lance didn't really get going at all, but Brent McCoy did. So Brent's going to stay there, and Reno didn't get going as well. So Kyle Carpenter is going to move up a spot up to third.
Caution, yellow flag.
Correct. Oh, it was a 24. He just loses it. But with a speed difference, that shouldn't have been a yellow. Iverson should not have called that yellow. But the algorithm looks at the speed difference and then essentially it's based on speed, not if it's actually a wreck or not. But because the 24 he was sideways, fantastic save. But because of the speed difference, Iverson thought that he was in trouble. Alright, let's try to do this again. By the way, I'm not mad at the 24 for doing that. Back end steps out all the time. You can't really control that. He did a fantastic job saving that. I'm a little frustrated that Irising Nawani goes to third yellow in less than a lap. That was not warranted the slightest little bit.
Green, green, green.
Alright, here we go. 78 with a great start once again. See if the 99 can do it, and he does. Reno with a decent jump behind. He's going to maintain third. Kyle Carpenter. Actually, no, Kyle Carpenter was third, but he was on the bottom line. So Reno taking advantage. Oh, a little close there. But the 99 off the throttle, moved to the left. Make sure he wasn't slapping the 78. Just trying to get that bottom to work. As you can see, the top side with so much banking on this track does a great job defending. And the 99 actually edges ahead. Can he clear the 78? No. But he will this time. New leader at Bristol, lap number 21. Well, 20 laps completed at that point. New leader of the race, Brent McCoy. And we'll see if Calvin could do anything about it. I don't think you really need to save your tires here, just because we're getting caution after caution. That being normal, plus saving your tires do wear quite a bit. If it were to go green for a while. And these two are pulling away from Reno.
Yellow flag is out.
Golly! And the 3 truck. Off the turn, contact with 11, sends him hard into the inside wall. That is a yellow. And that's just what the type of racing that Bristol provides us. Wait, was there one guy in pit lane? Oh, we do have one taker. Is that the 89? Yeah, 89 going down pit road. Little splash and go for the 89. Might be smart later on to extend how far he can go, depending where he was, in the lineup. You know what? For some of these yellows, I definitely can bring people up in the booth. I see Brent McCoy there. Oh, Gage, if you're hearing this, I would like some permissions to drag people. Alright, but if any of the drivers are hearing this at the moment, you want to come to the waiting room during one of these yellows, not this one. Now we can do an in-race interview. Let's see. Yeah, McCoy's there, all by himself, so lonely. In the Discord chat. And now Brent gets to be on the top side, Mr. Calvin on the bottom. We'll see what Calvin can do, trying to judge it. Oh, Brent McCoy, fantastic jump. Definitely got Calvin off guard, and Calvin's going to fall to third. Jason Lance taking advantage of that. Someone's in the wall, I heard back there. But we're still green. And Calvin's going to have to fall back to third. We'll see if he can regroup. Probably chase down Lance. That's most of the position jockeying that we've been seeing. And McCoy has been on point with these starts so far, and that's been helpful for him to keep that track position, get that chance that we've had to fight for the lead. And I believe that's been very crucial for him, because everybody else has really fallen off pace at least once. And McCoy, I believe McCoy's done that before. Either catching people off guard, right timing on the restart, and I guess, just the skill set that he has that definitely shows and counts when it matters most. The 78 has reeled in the 86. You look down to the bottom briefly. Right now, the top are single file all the way from McCoy to Reno there in fourth. Rick Evans in fifth. Holy cow, that's good for him. This track is not full throttle. It takes a lot of a different talent here. I personally feel like I do better on the short tracks as opposed to the intermediates. So I like to think the short tracks take a lot more skill. Reno got a little loose a little bit ago, able to save it. And right now he has a mirror full of Rick Evans. Evans trying to look to the bottom, see if he can make the pass instead of rolling over Reno, because then he would be a Rickroll.
The yellow flag is out.
Alright, that's what I get. I now have to try and find the next wreck. But we're on lap 40. I don't know if these guys are going to pit, so I'm going to wait, see what they do. And then we'll take a look and see what happened. Where it's going, they may stay out. I know James Hilton's probably going to stay out. He took fuel only last time. And pits should be open next time by. This time, but no, next time by, because they're on the front stretch at the moment. See, and then I gotta be quick. And do we have any takers going down pit lane? Doesn't look like we have anybody. We'll take a look and see what happened, because that means I don't have a lot of time. Look at the accident. Oh, Gage! Alright. And we have a first guy left from the race. Oh. No, Jordan Twynham lost connection. Sir, there it is. Gotta be quick. And Gage just lost it on his own, sliding on the front stretch. Actually, no contact, so that wall damage was from something earlier. And we will get going back up front. Still lights on the pace truck. Not anymore, so pace truck is going to go down pit road in about half a lap, and then we'll get going green. This time we have Lance on the bottom. He's a challenger. We'll see if Lance can time that restart right, or if he no. But he didn't fall back to third, which is great. He's still in second, but Brett McCoy just flies on the start. Jason Lance, though, still did a good job. He can maintain second from that. Well, it does help that the people behind him were not as alert. Right now, Jason Lance just stalking Brent on that top side. Now in his tire tracks. And once this does get, kind of strung out, if you see some more battles going in through the field, we'll gladly take a look.
The
The
yellow flag is
only
out.
guy that has DNF'd right now is someone who is took a or lost connection. I can't think. And who spun it again? Was it the 24? Yeah, the 24 involved. Lost the back end. Got the 3 a bit. Still didn't take a lot of damage, but that was a warranted yellow unlike last time. Rack them, stack them, sock them, try them again. At this point, I like to think that the tires are scuffed in at least a little bit. Don't know why we have the same people still losing the back end of their trucks, but we are. We're over lap 50, by the way. We're on lap 53 out of 125. We're not at the halfway point. I think halfway would be lap set. Oh no, 75 would be halfway. We're at 150 lap race. 125 divided by 2 is 62.5 is the halfway point. I'm sorry. That came out of nowhere. I usually try to mute the mic when I'm about to cough. Alright, Brent McCoy. Alright, guys. You've seen Brent do a restart a bazillion times. Let's see if anybody can time it, because he's caught everybody off guard every single time he's been up front. And Reno's in a good spot to possibly take over second if he can time it just right as well. No ice on the pace track. We're going to try this again. And we'll see. We have Brett McCoy, Jason Lance, Alex Reno, Mitchell Calvin, Joshua Harless. We're going green. Brett McCoy goes. And Reno is able to get to the outside of the 86 on the start. But Lance will drive it deep in the turn, still able to maintain second. Right now, Reno trying to use that top side to defend. He's got the 78 on his inside. Trying to take over the spot. And he's not going to clear him quite yet. They're side by side down the backstretch. And this time, Calvin's going to dive it in a little deeper than Reno. I don't think he's clear yet. Maybe he will be off the exit, and he is. Well, back there, you probably saw on the top of your screen the 70 And the 11 made contact. No harm, no foul. Short track racing there. And I'm hearing someone scrape against the wall. But now Rena's going to follow in. Actually, I got to go up to the lead. We have Jason Lance on the inside right now trying to take over the lead from Brent McCoy. Still side by side on the front straight. We have the 86 on the inside, 99 trying to defend on the top side. You can see he can get on the gas sooner. He's just able to carry that momentum on the top side. And he takes charge and takes the lead back from Jason Lance. Jason going to try and see if he can regroup, go at it again. He might need to do our favorite dirt track move, the slide job, in order to get it done. But Jason, a very clean driver though, unlike a lot of dirt drivers. Yeah, I'm throwing shade. I said what I said. You can see Brent, he's on the top side. He dives it down to the bottom, a very late apex, and then able to get a good drive off of it. Actually, that time in 1 and 2, he didn't go quite as far as he did right now. We'll see if he replicates that. Yeah, he goes down a little bit, probably about half a lane he goes down to apex it. There we go, that was more of an apex right there. Goes down a whole lane, comes back up. Still leaves the inside wide open, but he's taking advantage of that. The middle of the track, going in the preferred lane. Right now, Lance is just copying every move he can behind him. Dirty air doesn't really happen a whole lot in these trucks, or that might be an iRacing thing. But these trucks are not as sensitive as like the Gen 6 Cup cars used to be. That was bad in real life. Made Bristol pretty terrible to watch. I do love Bristol. Oh, a little into the wall. It's going to ruin his momentum a tad. Jason Lance getting ever a bit closer to him. 2/10 off. The hard part for Lance will be trying to make a move. And he doesn't need to worry about that because we have another yellow. At some point, they are going to take tires, and unfortunately, I'm probably going to miss them. Go down. Oh, I think it's the 84. I'm still seeing him lose all the way back here, so we're going to take a look. The 4 got a penalty earlier. Oh, that was because he was blinking. That's nothing really bad. See, he's loose off of that turn. He's still loose. Can't quite save it. Back turns around. Carpenter does a good job avoiding. So does the 98. And Gage with evasive action down on the inside. And they are going down the pit lane this time. I didn't really miss it, at least. Oh, shoot. They have to enter on the backstretch, so they use it as one pit lane. Okay. And we have some guys staying out, too. So it's going to make it pretty interesting with the strategy call here. But the way things have been going, you probably only need this pit stop, and you might be good to the end, to be honest. 99 in his pit stall right now. We see him taking right sides. The Jackson go down, hypothetically. Yep, 4 tires on the 99. Yep, 4 tires on the 22 and the 86. Race off pit road, 99 barely. But that means Jason Lance had a great pit stall in order to get that close to McCoy. We had a lot of takers staying out too. Wait, Jason, what's up with McCoy? Everybody's going by McCoy. Did he get a penalty? So I thought he definitely beat Lance off of pit road by like a... Okay. He's all set. but he's behind Lance, which is interesting. I thought Lance was second off pit road. A few guys that stayed out. Gage Bookman going to be the leader right now. James Hilton, he took fuel only. Tires are going to be important. These guys also have to be careful about cold tires. Car being squirrely, but guys that stayed out, Gage Bookman, James Hilton, Nick Good, Clayton Cyrus, 5, and that's it. Just the top 4 stayed out. Everybody else behind took tires. And they all took 4 tires behind them. So quite a big difference. If you do take just rights, then it can upset the car a little bit. But yeah, it looks like Jason Lance, according to iRacing, beat him off of pit road. So Lance is going to be starting on the inside, which may not be in his favor. And McCoy going to be on the outside. These guys are going to be side by side. Pace truck down and away. See how these guys got to be careful of wheel spin too. Yeah, you can see that speed difference. Bookman does a good job. He's on the outside though, leaving plenty of room on the inside for Hilton. And off of the turn, is Bookman going to clear? Oh man, they only got by 1 car. So you know how I said about being careful? Something happened to the 98. I don't think someone was very. Alright. Did Pfeiffer just lost it. Oh, and hit in a little bit by the 7, and 4 is blinking back there. He spawned to avoid. But yeah, Pfeiffer just lost the rear end. Hey Ryan, thanks for tuning in. I don't know if this is a good one for you to miss or not. We've had a lot of yellows. Some good racing here and there. 99's going on pit road again for some reason. He was the race leader a little bit ago. But yeah, so far it's been a lot of yellows. A lot of people just losing the back end. No one really driving stupid per se. But I think McCoy got a penalty. That's gonna suck. It's gonna be suck. It's gonna be really hard for him to get up front. I didn't mean to hit that button. I meant to hit that button. And from the last pit cycle, just keep you up to snuff. We had Gage Bookman. He's been doing really well. James Hilton, Nick Good stayed out prior, and someone else, but they just pitted. So these guys are on older tires compared to Jason Lance and company. Oh, Clayton Cyrus, he stayed out earlier, but he fell to 6. So that's your little recap. We're starting lap number 80 out of 125. We're over halfway. Halfway was the 62.5 lap mark. Be exact, because I know everybody cares about that. We'll see if Gage can't. The way the cautions have been falling, if it can fall into Gage's favor, if he can just stay up front, he has a really good chance of having a solid finish. But if we go green for these last 45 laps, Gage, James, and not Jason, and Nick are not going to be in good shape at all. Alright, pace truck down safety pit road.
Green, green, green.
And Gage fires pretty early in the box. Gage with a great start. And Jason able to get by Nick Good and Hilton. The other guys on older tires, so Oakland Howe has to hold up Jason Lance on fresh tires. That's going to be tough. But Gage is doing a great job being on the top side. And right now, a lot of people behind Bookman have single filed out. We're going to move it to TB3 just so you can see kind of the whole field here. And the 78 has been getting through some of the traffic. The 99 is up to 14th. I don't know if we're going to see McCoy throughout the rest of this. It would definitely be something. But Gage has been staying pretty steady with Lance. Kind of holding his ground here. Don't know if that's the clean air. But the tire difference doesn't seem to be very significant. And lap after lap, Gage is just running that same line. Being very disciplined. Keeping the car under him. And actually, he's increasing the gap to Jason Lance. That's incredible. It might be because tires still have yet to heat up on Lance's truck. But, you know, it's still incredible. Still, you can show the replay. Don't have my commentary in it whatsoever. And it shows you pulling away from Jason Lance. Right now, the difference between the two is half a second. Between the 36 and 86. We have 35 laps to go at Bristol. The last lap from Gage has been 14.6 seconds. Just goes to show, like, in a minute. Someone's spawning behind!
Yellow flag.
Caution's out. That's a big one. And Twynham lost it. Did the 3 lose it again? Unfortunately, the 3 and the 24 have lost their back ends a few times. But before I judge, we got the 3 on the inside, 78 on the outside. We see what happened. Into the turn. Actually, that wasn't getting loose. The 3 climbed up the track a little bit. Don't know if he didn't know he was clear. And the 78. We're going to see the damage on the 78. I think he pounded the inside wall. He might have thought he would be higher up the track too. A little damage on the truck, but he did a good job locking it down. And in the comments, Good did say sorry, Mitch. He misjudged the turn or run off. So he's going to be repairing some of that damage. I think he's the only one there. Still have Gage up front, and the 84 is a lap truck. That's interesting. I don't know where the 84 got his damage. That's quite a bit of damage. Still running. Doesn't have a front bumper. Doesn't have a right fender. So, yeah, either got into an accident that I didn't see. Well, he had got into an accident I didn't see. Or Or he piled into someone at the end. Dang. But he did take his fast repair, just put a Silverado nose back on the front end of that thing. And I thought I saw the right side went up for tires. Yeah, he is taking his tires. Might as well. You're going to be last anyways having to pit. Gage Bookman, Nick Good still haven't pitted yet. I think Clayton Cyrus is pretty far back. I think Cyrus pitted. I think it's just those two for now. All right, no lights on the pace truck. Gage in control to start once again. He's gonna have to try and get a good start. See if he can get a gap on Jason Lance, if it'll possible. If
Green,
Alex
green,
can
green.
pass, it would just put a buffer between you and Jason. And fantastic start from the leader. And Reno isn't able to capitalize. Reno actually falls to fourth on that. And Jason Lance on the inside, side by side for the lead right now. Gage on the top side, trying to defend. Earlier he was pulling away, but now the tires have heated up on Jason Lance. I was kind of hoping I would see these guys go green, see if he's able to track him down at all. Nick Good, holy cow. Nick Good is on fire at the moment. New leader of the race. Jason Lance able to take over the top spot once again and battle for third. Nick Good trying to take over that away from Bookman. Bookman still trying to defend on the top side. And I believe Bookman will clear him on the exit this time. Yep, the 3 does slide up there. And then goes back to the bottom to cover for the 22. Actually, Bookman with a run off of the turn. He's on the back of the bumper now. To the inside. Bookman trying to fight for the lead. Little wiggle there. Can't carry the momentum. And yellow's out once again. Dang. It was getting good. It was getting good. '84 is down pit road. Did he? I think the 84 was part of it. Four is down pit road. Oh my gosh, the number 11. Yep, a little close for contact, and I don't know if he was expecting the 24 to be higher up the track. But a little door contact sending him down to the inside. No front end damage on that 11 though. And then he's trying to get up to speed. Just got on the gas a little too soon there. But he does have time to catch up to the field, not a threat of the number 11 truck going a lap down. Red Harless is back in the 15th position. Let's have a great scheme. I'm going to try and bring up the camera to get a closer look on this truck. not really in front of damage. American Heart Association. I like it. Like the line, like the heartbeat on the side of the truck. Gage with a new scheme this week. He said someone mentions. Well, I'm at it. I'm gonna try and do a little digging. We'll see if I can figure out who did the scheme on Gage's vehicle. Dang, I can't figure out which channel it's in. Probably Iris and Media. Every week, Reno puts a bunch of photos in there. I was going through to kind of recap what was going on. But green flag's off right now. 86 flying. Unfortunately, Gage didn't gauge that quite right. No pun intended. Reno looked like he was doing good. Where did the 99 come from? Holy cow. But Gage be able to battle his way back up to second. We still have the 3 in the mix, so the 99 up to 4th. And he's going to be making moves. I'm going to have to ask him what put him back there. I think it was an iRacing penalty that put him back there to begin with. Right now, he's getting a little dicey up front. We have the number 3 going down to the inside, trying to take away the spot from Gage. Gage a little loose on the top side. And McCoy right behind these guys. 3's not clear quite yet. He does a good job not realizing that. And the 3 keeps on the bottom, spins it into the inside wall, loses the back end. He was trying to not wash up the track. He had more room probably than he thought. He spins it. And we are just shy of the 10 lap to go mark. When we go green again, probably is going to be 10 to go. Alright, here's what happened. Yep, he just lost it. The back end spun down, locked it down. Not a whole lot of damage on the 3 truck, and then he's gonna get this going again, but he's gonna be in the back. Unfortunate. Great run for him though. '84 getting a lap back. He's 5 laps down, it looks like. Jordan Lane, 24. I think he's just been chilling in the pits. Some connection issues earlier. Twynham dropped due to connection loss, and Tyler Wenzel doesn't love us and he didn't race. This is gonna move McCoy up to third. McCoy had to come from the back, even though we've still had a lot of periods on and off with yellows. And we are 10 laps to go at this point. No lights on the pace truck, so he's gonna get out of our way soon, and green flag will drop. We'll see if Gage Bookman can retain second place. Last time Reno was close to getting second, but Reno's been in third for quite a bit. I know Reno's gonna be trying to see if he can time it just right. 86 has been launching pretty early,
Green
and
flag.
here he goes. Oh, Reno doesn't go, and that's gonna help out Gage. Gage goes to the top side immediately, and the 99 going to be battling him. 99 is a fast truck. We'll see if he can get
The yellow flag
through,
is out.
and yellow is out. Just took the green. 71. Oh my gosh, there's more to it. I think Calvin the pole sitter actually got loose, so that's interesting. Fast truck. Don't know if he's being aggressive. Oh, yeah, little wiggle. Saved it into the back of the 33. That was big. And then the wrecking over there. The 89. Alright, so while they're doing that, they're wrecking. Oh, the 71 gets loose, and he gets together with the 89. 71 still unable to get going. Yeah, all started from the 78, which is interesting. He's in the back, had some issues. The 3, and then I don't know if he was trying to push the truck too much, but the back end walked out. He saved it, but it the expense of the 33. 5 laps to go. So I believe it is going to be like a green-white checkered when the guys get going. Someone just blew up. I'm looking through the numbers. Who blew up? Sorry, giving you a headache. I'm going through whatever order my ticker. Trying to look at anybody. I can't tell who blew up. Someone blew up. All right, he goes down safety pit road. We're going to be
Green
going once
flag.
again. 86. That's all I figured. He was car length ahead of, or half a car length ahead of Gage when they launched. But Gage actually able to reel him in side by side right now. 36 and the 86 for the lead. I believe the runoff is going to go in the favor of him, and Brent McCoy going to follow suit. 2 laps to go at Bristol. Very tight racing for the lead. Little bump right there for the 86. And Gage slides up the track a little bit into the 99. Oh, the 05. And checker flag out. Jason Lance able to take the win. Gage Bookman at second. Brent McCoy in third. I thought we were on 2 to go. That's so confusing. Okay. Um. Alright, yeah, my apologies. I thought we had more racing to go. But Jason Lance able to get the one here at Bristol. We're going to see Gage Bookman and Brent McCoy there at the end. Tough racing. Brett did a great job going through the field. So close again, second from Gage. Gage, they had some racing deal there at the end. All right, we're gonna wait a little bit, and then we'll bring people in for an interview. Oh, they're from there. We'll start it with Brent, and then we'll go to Gage, and then we'll have to wait a little bit. See if we can talk to. Yeah, let's see if we can talk to Lance too. But we're gonna start it with Brent. Hey, Brent, man, booth, you copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
All right, I know a lot of cautions at race, but you did a good job. There. I guess we'll start out. What happened that sent you to the back?
I got a pass it on a yellow call or black flag when I came down pit road for that pace car, I guess.
Okay. Oh, so that's
So
what
that,
sent you to the back.
Yeah, I mean, I had to pit under green, and then we got that caution, so that turned that into end of the longest line. And yeah, I just had to hustle. It's a shame.
Gotcha. Yeah, you did a great job recovering from the back to the front. I know you're really close there with Gage at the end. What happened from your perspective?
I just got ran into from my perspective. I'm not saying he did it intentionally or not. I understand these cars get super tight, and the advantages that we have as drivers in iRacing is we can look at the in-car camera and make our own determination from that. But I get it. Here's the thing: in the real world, right? That's going to happen. That's I had the run on him, and whether he got loose or not, I would have done the same thing. That happened right there if I was in his position. So it was good racing. I had a fast car at the end, man. I'm confident I could have got past those guys, and I just shot myself in the foot with self-inflicted errors.
Gotcha. No, you're definitely really fast there, and yeah, I thought you were the fastest truck by far. But yeah,
Yeah, I just can't. You can't make those mistakes on pit road. Like, the leader can't be passing that pace car like that, and it was so small. It wasn't even by a lot, and it's just shame that it happened and it ruined the race. So
gotcha. Well, you did do a good job recovering there. Able to still get decent points for the points picture. Um,
yes, yeah, and that's important.
Yep. Before we let you go, though, anyone you want to thank for your performance tonight? You got plenty of TV time.
That's good. No, I just want to say thanks to you again for doing this, and then um, Gage has put together a good league from what we've had in the past, and all the new guys in here. We knew Bristol was going to be tough, but I appreciate everyone that's in this league that's driving. It was fun racing, so had a lot of good times.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for showing up, and have a good rest of your night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. That was Brent. We are going to talk to Gage next. Hey, Gage, right in the booth. You copy?
Absolutely. How's it going, Matt?
Hey, it's going good. I know. I'm sure you're having a good day there. This morning, did you ever think you would get top? Well, actually, finish second this race?
When I did some testing last week with the truck to figure out our tire sets for the race, I had a pretty good head on my shoulders leaving that. Getting into practice though, I was sitting middle of the field speed wise. So coming to qualifying, I certainly didn't think I was going to do very good. Definitely had to work for it.
Yeah, for sure. I know throughout the race, obviously, I'll probably talk about the pit strategy there. But throughout the race, did see you, around like top 5 to 10 area, so you definitely had the speed. It was shown, and then that pit strategy definitely kind of capped off there. Can you walk us through that, and then battling with Jason there at the end?
Yeah, so I really didn't get much practice on the low side. I knew the top line was the faster line and the preferred line, so that's where I ran most of my race. Coming to like lap 40, 41, I was running the high line and the rear end just kicked out from underneath me. I slid down, avoided contact with everything, so the truck was physically okay. But at that point, I decided to come down, grab fuel and a new set of tires because I didn't want to fight with a flat spot in the rubber. It was totally by luck that the pit strategy worked out the way it did. Yeah, that's why. Because I did slide and kind of put a damper on the tires.
Oh, gotcha. So you did pit, a lot sooner than Jason and
Mhm.
company.
About 30 or 25 to 30 laps before the rest of the field.
Gotcha. So did go into your favorite too. How was it battling Jason for the lead? I know you definitely weren't a slow chuck at all. So you're going down to the bottom, like you're trying to battle for the lead at some points too.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I knew I had a pretty good shot to keep the lead when I was running the top line. Leader having that lane choice is a very, very big thing, especially at a place like Bristol. But as soon as we actually got a couple of green flag laps under our belts, Jason with the newer tires, he was able to squeeze by me on the lower side. And from that point forward, I was racing down low, which was really out of my comfort zone. I did not have a lot of time racing down there. So I was trying to feel it out and figure out how far I could push the truck without ruining everybody's night. I think I figured that out.
Gosh, yeah, you did a good job there. And then coming to the line, I don't know if my ticker is like saying those 2 laps. It's saying like two to go at some point. But coming to the line, you and Brent, kind of what happened there?
Oh yeah. Like I said, I was racing down low, not exactly in my comfort zone. Pushing right there at the end. Decided to push it a little harder than I probably should have. Truck got loose. I just slid up into him a little bit. Rubbing his racing definitely wasn't intentional. But even if it didn't happen, I still think I would have came out with that P2. I had a pretty decent hood on him coming to the line. But apologies to Brent for sure. That's definitely a storyline heading into where are we next week? We are brought in Darlington next week, so I'm sure he'll have my number in the back of his head next week for sure.
He didn't seem to be too mad about that. But yeah, it was nice talking with you. Before we let you go, anyone want to thank for your performance?
Shout out to Whistle Pig Whiskey. They're based out of Kentucky. It's a great whiskey. They've partnered with quite a few different content creators. So thank you to them. This is my first time having the privilege to talk to you in the booth. So I want to throw a huge thank you out to Charles Gray for letting me take over Outcasts for season 10, letting us keep the legacy going. We have a lot of very good talent in this league, and I'm very thankful that he let us throw it throw it back up for another season just to showcase that.
Yeah, definitely. Glad to be back. Also, I'm glad to have you in the booth because I know I was racing with you when I was in this league a while ago. So yeah, nice having you in the booth. Hopefully we'll see you here in the future.
Absolutely.
All right. Next up is gonna be race winner Jason Lance. Hey, Jason, Matt in the booth. You copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Start off with congrats on the win. Um, Definitely a strong truck that you had. I know, and Brent's misfortune did play in your favor, but you still had to work for it. So what? Yeah, kind of what was going through your head there, having battle with Gage, battle with a couple other guys.
Well, I didn't feel too confident in my track, especially on the long run, because I kept spinning out in practice. Because surprising, you're overheating, you're wearing out your right rear, other than up, up more than all the other tires, and that's something that you don't really see too often. Is usually the right front. So it was I didn't have too much confidence in the throttle pedal because it's just it's just break loose on you out of nowhere. So I was just saving my hit. It takes a lot of discipline to see the leaders up there and want to race them, but you just have to, keep focus and stick to your game plan. And mine was just to save my tires for 30 laps and come in on the 60-ish and race it out from there. But when we got to around the lap 100, I did not want to be racing that hard because you can really burn off your tires doing that. And I tried running the bottom a few times to see how the line would work, and I moved back up top because I was just going to burn too much stuff up doing that. But started to see Brett get that pit road that passing under yellow penalty under pit road because he had such a strong truck, and I don't know if I was going to be able to beat him if he, was up there in front of me. And Gage, wow, that's quite the impressive run for him for being on older tires. But like I said, I didn't have enough confidence in getting back in the gas probably as hard as probably I had in the past. It's just too loose. But yeah, so, really surprised that he was still able to be that competitive and you know and have such a good finish like that for like three treks in contention.
Yeah, it definitely was a good race there to the end. Um, and I know it is some redemption for you compared to last week. So looking good in the points picture for sure. Before we let you go though, anyone you want to thank for your performance?
Um, uh, this these guys here for inviting me out. I raced with these guys in the past in other leagues, and the guys who were at Christian Racing, and of course, my very first league I ever joined, probably back in 2005, SRC Racing, and that's where I learned all my racecraft and developed my racing talents with in our 2003, and then we moved on to our factor. So I have quite the resume of sim racing experience.
Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. Um, thank you for your time. I'm sure we'll see you, in the booth in the future because you're definitely having a strong start to the season.
Yeah, I hope I can have more strong finishes like this.
Yeah, for sure. Well, have a good rest of your night.
Yep. Thank you. Night, everybody.
All right, that was Jason Lance. Some redemption from last week at Charlotte. Uh, this time instead of battling with Carpenter, he was battling with Bookman. There for the win at the end, and Brent McCoy throughout the race. Overall, we had some good moments for sure. I'm not shy. I'm going to say what I think about the cautions. A lot of people back on catching loose, more or less part of the track. But that was all of our cautions were. There was a couple racing deals, but it all know, stemmed for back end catching loose. We only had like one decent sized pile up, and we didn't end with a green white checkered, like an official green white checkered, which is interesting. They did a good job in that regard. We will see you next week. I believe we're at Darlington. Yep, yeah, next week. I know Gage said it. We're gonna be at Darlington. We'll be same time, same group of people, a different track. Have a good rest of your night.